Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Hey, listen, we really need to talk about this. Because some of y'all probably seeing this too. Y'all probably seeing this in y'all everyday life. A lot of people nowadays, like, I understand them, but it's hard to understand them. Because here's why, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking about some of the ways of modern Americans. And we're going to sum it up across the races. Modern Americans. It's like they're, now, people think you're supposed to, people are so miserable. Let me just say it like this. They so miserable that they done got comfortable in their misery. If you not rich, right? If you not rich, especially if your bills not getting paid smoothly and comfortably, why would you be against moving on from your job? A lot of people is 100% against moving on from their job. Even though they're not getting rich, even though they're not comfortable, even though they're not able to save money, they won't upgrade. Because modern Americans, not the 1%, but the other 99% are against upgrades. If you marry somebody, regardless if they stop having sex with you, or they not supportive, or they not into you, they don't even like you, people will say that you're a deadbeat and you breaking your family up if you move on. Now, Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, is a prime example of what I'm saying. And his kids are a prime example of how you should be in this world. They didn't let their mothers come in between them and their father. And I would tell you kids all over across America that don't ever one-sidedly hear the stories of your parents. That's number one. That's number one. Because you have been, this is what happens. I've seen it. You'll be siding with a parent, and a dude down in Texas was telling me this what happened to him. And then you'll start to get wiser, and you'll see the truth. And it's like you wasted that time that you could have spent with that other parent. Guys, a lot of guys ain't gonna just leave. They leave to stay out of trouble. They leave because sometimes it be toxic. Whether it's a job, we talking about job, we talking about across the board. Americans, they think you're supposed to stay in misery. They think if you got a job and it's decent paying or high paying, you can't move on. You can't move on to another job. You know, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Yeah, but let's see. Let's see if it is or not. You won't know if the grass is green on the other side of the gate if you don't look on the other side of the gate. But people nowadays, they don't believe in upgrade. And that's one of the main problems in the United States. You stay too long. You overstay your welcome. That's something I don't believe in. All you got to do is show me. Show me that you don't appreciate what I do, so on and so forth. Then I'm going to start seeing what else is out there. And I'm not going to regret. I'm usually not going to regret. Because Just because you're getting one element of something, that's not a good reason to stay with that something. If you only getting one element of something, when you can get 2, 3, 4, 5. These kids be taking their mother's side, and then when their mother get a new man, he be on that, oh man, I don't see why they even still here, Send them down to their daddy. And their daddy would be like, nope. Just how y'all wanted it. And so people will call him a deadbeat. Because he like, okay, well, he'll cry and miss his kids for years. And then eventually he'll start to get better. He'll start to feel better. And now that mother who was trying to be the kid's friend and who wasn't doing this or doing that, now she can't collect money, so she'll want to dump the kids off on him. And he'll be like, no. You didn't want me around the kids. You tried to alienate me from the kids. Now you can't get money out of me, so you wanna dump the kids off on me? Nah. Oh, he's a deadbeat. Her family, some of his family, people just don't understand nothing. That's why I stay by myself mostly, and I deal with people who understand things. Because a lot of times people don't be understanding stuff, and it's annoying. You a grown man, grown woman, and you can't understand simple things. Just like where I work at, they be making threats every time you tell them to do something, but they put themselves in that situation. So a lot of time, I had to pray last night, because I almost went back to 96. These dudes, they act like you just gonna sit back and let them do whatever they want to do to you. And they think just because they walk around with mask in their pocket, a hole can get put in your mask too. That's why they die every day, because they ain't got no chill. While these rappers live, they live to be older men, and a lot of them change the way they think, like Ice Cube, Boosie, and kinda changing the way he think, and all the other rappers who influence them into the way that they are. They change their ways, and they be living with a lot of money in their pocket while you dying, while your kids ain't got their father, or you going to prison. Because Americans don't want to change. And you say, well, it's like that everywhere. We ain't talking about them. We're talking about our country. They don't want to change. So I said to somebody last night, I said, he always trying to manipulate. So I talked to him, and I kind of toy with this dude. He says, I said it like this. I said, we live in the United States. There's no need. You can make money if you use your mind and you work hard. So yeah, but people might not want to do it like that. Why? I said, why? We in the struggle with it. I said, you don't have to struggle. It's the United States. People choose the struggle because they don't want to. A lot of time, kids get good grades in school, and they little hood cousins be like, oh, he acting white, or she acting white. How's it acting white if you try to excel in life? See, that's people's problem too. You try to excel in life and you acting white. All white people don't excel in life. It's like a lot of us in particular, we think that we gotta be hood, we gotta do this, that. Look, man, like I told them, I said I had the same choices that you got. And I did. Anybody that was running with me, I don't got nothing to prove to these people. Anybody that was running with me in 96, They know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. I had the same choices as my friends and these other guys. And I made the choice that I don't want to be in and out of prison. When they was on me, and my guys decided not to tell on me, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just change my ways. I ain't finna keep dealing with this. Cause 2 of my guys got caught doing something. And basically, he really could have told off on me. They was trying to get him to tell on me. And he wouldn't tell on me or the other guy. So he ended up getting like 15 months or something like that. And the other guy told on him, which also contributed to him getting that time. They went easy on him. They could have gave him more, but they chose not to. And that's when I started looking at it. While he was in there, I started reevaluating some of my ways as a young man. I was 21, 22 at the time. I was headed down that dark road, man. Like, you see, y'all think Milwaukee is just white people, beer, and cheese. Milwaukee is hood. Milwaukee streets are dangerous. If you don't believe me, just look at any chart. And like I said, these dudes will make threats. They'll be ready to get you over petty stuff. And you have to be in the same mindset sometimes. So he chose not to tell on me, and I respect him to this day for that. And when he did that, while he was in there, I stayed in the house a couple days. And I just got to thinking about it. Like, I was mostly in the house that week. And I said, I can't do no time. I ain't finna do no time. If they try to get me, they're gonna have to lie on me for me to go to jail. That's what my mind. And I started, the change was slow, but I started making changes. Can't nobody take credit for what I did, even though people did contribute to the change. My mind was already made up that I wanted to change. But most Americans won't change. Most Americans are stay in a low-paying job and just keep borrowing money from the whole entire universe. Most Americans, they won't open business. They gonna leave all the businesses to now we saturated with people that's not even from this country, and they practically got the country on lock. And y'all buying everything they selling, and a lot of them don't even like y'all. That's how it be. They don't even like you, and you buying everything they're selling. So Americans just don't want to do better. Just because it's drugs everywhere don't mean you have to be on them. And then this another thing, very hypocritical too. You'll be buying lottery tickets, and the person behind you finna buy 2 or 3 cartons of cigarettes. And in their mind, or some of them might even say something, they want to criticize you for buying lottery tickets. You poisoning yourself. How is poisoning yourself any different than somebody that choose to use their money to try to gain more? Either way, both of y'all could end up losing. But both of y'all ain't gonna win. If they win the lottery, you ain't gonna win with all them cigarettes. They'll be addicted to prescription pills. and be calling people slow. They'll be addicted to heroin and be calling people slow. They'll be to mess their heart up, mess their lungs up, mess their liver up, over drinking and doing drugs, and to be talking about who ain't got good sense. You ain't got good sense. This is the modern American, y'all. This is what we see. This is what we deal with. And yeah, we could blame social media, but you could also blame a lot of these people for all the stuff that's going on. You don't work out enough. So when it's time for you to fight, you die. You don't go to school enough. You didn't go far enough in college. So now you gotta be a cashier for $12 an hour, live in the hood, act hood, and get food stamps. I would say all of y'all women, y'all keep having babies with these dudes that ain't gonna do nothing because they think the struggle is good. They think you acting white for trying to do better. They all look the same. All of them teeth look the same. Their hairstyles is the same. They dress the same. A bunch of grown men who want to be the same. And then the white guys, black guys, Latinos, they all like kind of like well, a lot of them kind of like they gravitate to their own. When they losing in life, they say, okay, I'm this race, so I'm gonna look this way, I'm gonna act this way. They lose in life the same way, they win in life the same way. People can't win in life without trying to be like white people and act like they the best since sliced bread. Why can't you just be friends with white people, live by them, and then just be yourself? That's another thing. I talked about how hypocritical Americans is. They'll be in prison, can't stay out of jail, freaking jailbird, and they'll be talking about how you're weird. Coming from the person who can't stay out of jail. I'm weird though. I'm telling you, this is how it is here. Because y'all, and we all, just like, I ain't gonna say his name, but it's a content creator that just be vouching and advocating for a criminal lifestyle, talking about what he gonna do to people. He's a bad influence. He is. He need to move on from that and figure out some new content, because he don't understand that he is being a bad influence on guys in his age group and from similar neighborhoods as he is with the stuff he doing and saying. That's the next thing. Hypocritical. They don't want to look at the situation they in before they criticize others. So they hypocritical and they're weak-minded. I ain't never had no drug problem. And yeah, I used to drink a little more than I do now, but I ain't never been no alcoholic. I could go days on end without it if I want to. Americans weak-minded. Somebody will tell them to try something, they'll try it without thinking of the possible harmful effects, because they weak-minded. And y'all kids, I hear these dudes every day. They don't care if you throw your life away. They want you to do their dirty work. And a lot of the weak-minded ones gonna do it. I saw a video, dude was criticizing Boosie because that guy, some guy Boosie had killing everybody, allegedly. You don't gotta do what none of these people say. I remember a saying I had that I still use to this day. And I told y'all about this when they was plotting robberies, and they said, man, you down with us or what? You gonna help us or what? I said, no. They said, man, F him, man. He's scared, man. He's scared of what his parents gonna think. I said, I ain't scared. I'm smart. And I pointed to my head, and I made a whole joke on him. I said, have a good one, guys. And I went in the house. I mean, I'm not laughing at them, man. They made a bad decision. But I came out the next day, and I was asking the people that was like, hey, man, y'all seen such, where everybody at? I said, man, you ain't here, man. They went down last night, man. They did such and such. They robbed the pizza man. And I'm like, wow. They really did it, huh? I shook my head, and I grabbed my basketball. I went to the courts. Was shooting around by myself. Swish. Clank. I went to the courts that day. I'm going to tell you what, I remember it like yesterday. All them dudes practically was gone. I went to the basketball courts. First, I went up to Lincoln. There was a lot of people up there. I ain't seen nobody I wanted to run with. So, if you don't know, we call it running with them, like pickup games. So I went to the other courts, my elementary school, which is right across the street, and I shot around and stuff like that. And then I went back home, went to the swimming pool. I did all type of stuff that day. Went to the swimming pool. Saw a couple people up there. I swam a little bit, but it wasn't the same because a lot of the people that I normally went to the pool with, they wasn't there that day. So I left, came home, got on my bike. The day was eventful for me. You know why? Because I made the decision to be strong-minded, not weak-minded. Strong-minded. And to this day, it kind of pays off. Because when they was finna get me, I said, you know what? I don't want to be out here like this anyway. So I started kind of switching up, changing my ways. I had a lot of women at the time, so I was spending more time with them. And then I met you want to call her the wife, whatever. And I really started changing. I started going to church, everything. But I was changing before that. You know, so Americans weak-minded. They get addicted to everything. They fight and be violent over petty things. They'll let somebody talk them into violence instead of using violence as a means to stay safe. They use violence as a means to be feared or to whatever they reason is. They usually bad and foolish. And Americans, another thing Americans do is they are arrogant, so they think that whatever their preferred divisions are, they're gonna hate everybody and dislike everybody that's not in those preferred divisions. Now, here's the thing with politics. I know what works in society in terms of freedom and in terms of prosperity, in terms of this. But I decided I'm not going to fall out with people over how they choose to vote. Whoever get in there, we just got to adapt. We got to, you ain't got to like it. Like, I don't like Biden. I didn't like Obama. I voted for Obama. I thought Obama was going to make a difference among us blacks. He didn't. So I didn't like a lot of the things he was doing. I don't like Biden. I liked Clinton at first, but I be following these politics. So when I saw some of the things he was doing, Clinton ran game on black people. Talking about the first black president. Yeah, okay. First black president that made the way. Y'all should call him the first Indian president, the first Middle Eastern president in the United States, because some of the decisions that he made benefited them directly. And that's just the facts. So we can come back to this. I'm gonna make a part 2. We're gonna probably do like 2 or 3 videos today. But I'm gonna make a part 2 because there's so much more. A lot of the little things, like the Bible say, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. It's the little stuff that's destroying this country. This country should be the best country in the world with all the freedoms we have. But people, the next thing, people abuse their freedom. And they end up getting locked up. They end up dying. They end up getting all type of negativity because they don't take advantage of their freedom. That's why they call it capitalism. Capitalism is you capitalizing on the economy. You figure out a way to capitalize. How do you capitalize? By mass production. By being productive. That's how you capitalize. You get a food truck, your food truck get successful, you start hiring people. Now